So I brought in my 2 colonies of mealworms to show you today from the garage where they're normally kept. And here you can see we have just a regular Tupperware container that's 1 by 9 inches, and then another one that's 1 by 10 inches at the bottom. And you can see one of these has holes poked in the top, and here are the mealworms and beetles. And you can see right now I have about 1 inch of oatmeal spread on the bottom of the container for them to crawl around in and eat. And then also they have some banana peels left in here, some scraps from the kitchen. And you can also put slices of apples or anything with moisture in it for them to get their water from. But you can see there are really a lot of worms in here right now. There's a few beetles left, but mostly there are worms, and there are just tons and tons of them. If you dig around in here, you can see there's just tiny little worms all over the place. And anyway, that's one of the colonies. And the other colony over here is mostly juveniles. And what I do is I take the adults mostly and put them over here, or this is what I did last time. Put the adults over here, and then they end up breeding and then laying their eggs. You can see there are tons and tons of worms over here also. And I've got banana peels in this one, but all the worms are going after that banana for the moisture. I have the adults are dead in here, but their bodies are still in the corner over here, where the worms will actually eat those adults for the moisture if they don't have anything else in the available for them to eat. But they don't like light, so I usually keep them covered most of the time so that they can crawl around and eat and do whatever they do. But then I also wanted to show you, this is the consumer of my mealworms right now. This this female is only a few days old actually, so I'm just going to grab some of these mealworms in here and see if she'll go after them. Of course she does. She loves those mealworms. But you can also feed these to reptiles or put them in a bird feeder for the birds to go after. Birds love mealworms. And ideally you would put some dried milk or some other vitamins in there for the worms to eat, so that your reptiles would get calcium or whatever else they need. You can see she's just really going after those worms. Here's another one. But that's my mealworm, I guess, farm, or all of my mealworms. So good luck and happy breeding of mealworms.